Hi, today we're going to talk about the expanded algorithm and how we could use it to solve addition problems using the third grade standard 3 NBT2. My first problem is 367 plus 255. Notice that I have written this in a vertical way as we prepare students to use the standard algorithm in future grades. Using the place value strategy and finding the expanded algorithm helps students understand place value. And when we look at this, I look at the first addend, and I'm looking at 367, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to break it apart into 300 plus 60 plus 7 using expanded form so that it makes it easier for me to add. Then I'm looking at the second addend, and I'm going to look at 200 plus 50 plus 5 as I am breaking apart or decomposing the number 255. Just like when we are adding using a standard algorithm, we always want to start in the lowest place value, so the ones place. I know that 7 plus 5 is 12. And as students begin to learn about place value, they recognize that in the ones place, I should only have one digit. Therefore, they decompose the 12 into 110 and 2 ones. They pull this group of 10 and regroup it into the tens column. Therefore, they add it to this on top of the 60. When I'm looking at the next column, I begin to add the tens place, and I think of it as 110, 6 tens, and 5 tens. As I add that, I know that it's 12 tens or 120. Again, students recognize that in the tens place, there's only 2 digits, and they notice that there is a group of 100. So they break it apart and decompose it into a group of 100 and 20. They know that this group of 100 does not belong in the tens column and need to regroup it to the hundreds column. And again, I look at this as 100 plus 300s plus 200s, and I know that that's 600s or 600. To find the sum, I look at the hundreds, the tens that I have left after I regrouped the 100, and the ones that I have left after I regrouped the tens. So I have 600 plus 20 plus 2, and that equals 622. So the sum of 367 plus 255 is 622. Moving to the next example, again, I have written it for vertically, and I would go ahead and I would decompose or break apart these two addends. So I would have 300 plus 40 plus 8, and I would have 300 plus 80 plus 6. And when I start, I always start in the ones place, and I have 14. I decompose that into a group of 10 and 4 more. I take this 10, I make sure I put it in the right place value. Then I add the tens place. I have 1 10 and 4 tens and 8 tens, which is 13 tens or 130. And again, I break apart into hundreds, and now this time tens. And I know that this group of hundreds does not belong in the tens column, so I'm going to move it over to the hundreds column. Then I add the group of hundreds. I have 100 and 300s and 300s, which is 700s. And my final step is taking all of these that I have left, so 700 and the leftover 30 and the 4, and I add those 3 numbers up in their place value, and I have 734. I know that 348 plus 386 is 734, and this is the expanded algorithm to solve addition.